we're still waiting on things to dry out a little bit so we can start haying again. So I'm still working on a few shop projects and trying to get some of my to-dos done before winter comes. Today I'd like to start working on making a little makeshift wood shed for all of our firewood for this winter. So over at our house, we still haven't got a yard put in, so I can't really put any permanent buildings in or structures because I want to get the yard done first before we do anything. And we've been putting it off for 2 or 3 years. So I just want to build something that I can take down and move once we get a yard put in. I can put in something permanent. So what I was thinking about doing is using some of these panels that we got stacked up here and building some kind of roof over them. See if I can't make that work. So I'm gonna try to use them panels for the side walls, and then for the roof, we've got some old feeders out here, some round bale feeders. I think I can maybe take those and use those as the roof, like almost trusses, and I can drape a tarp or something over. Run over there and show you what I'm talking about. So these are what I'm talking about. I'm not sure why these ever got put out here. This one's missing a section, but I'm sure I could scrounge out some other pieces to make this a full round feeder. So I'm not going to do anything to these sections that'll prevent me from turning this back into a round feeder later on. I'm just going to reuse them for a little bit. And I think these will work perfect because you got almost like a dome truss here, and you got all these supports for your tarp or whatever to lay on. I think this will work pretty good actually. It won't be pretty, but it'll do the job. So I went out, I was able to find another section actually. With these 3 sections put together, that's 12 feet. And that's how long them panels are, 12 feet. So this will work out perfect for a roof for it. So I just need to go back through. I just want to pound out or grind out any sharp, sections that'll tear a tarp. And I need to weld a couple of these cross members back on, because some of them are just welded on one side. Like down here, this one needs welded back on here. So then I need to drill some holes here in the corners, kind of similar to this here. Then I can just run some wire through there and wrap it around the top of them panels to attach it. Well, I think we got this thing good enough that we can move it over to the house and try to figure out how to put it together. So I'm gonna come grab a couple extra T-posts. Probably grab 3 or 4 of them. Post pounder, then that T-post puller. So what I'll do is I'll pound 3 or 4 T-posts along those 12-foot panels, give them some support to stack the wood against. Then I'll just pull the T-posts that I already have set up out there from this last winter. We'll use them also. Then we'll see if we can't set them feeders up on top and dome it off. So what I'm going to start by doing over here, just throwing the remainder of our wood from last year into this pile. And I'm going to pull out all these T-posts that we're using to stack our wood in between. And I'm going to get rid of these pallets. They got pretty waterlogged and broken in places. So I'm just gonna throw these in the burn pile. So once I get all this cleaned up, I'll come back and set up them panels about the width that I want them apart, then set these feeders on top of there. I'm happy with how this turned out. The only thing that didn't really work out like I was hoping were these holes that I popped. They're just too far away from the bars to really attach wire to. So I'm probably just gonna come back and just attach wire here to these cross members on each side here. I can do that on all three of these. This will work out pretty nice because then these edges hanging over like they are will give us like a little drip edge, so hopefully all the snow and water will just drip off the side and not drip down inside where all the wood's going to be. Alice, you gonna help Dad for a bit?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? That firewood?
Yeah.
So we'll just wire the top on, and that'll be about it for now. I'm gonna grab some pallets also that I can put down here on the ground to just keep the wood up off the ground. I've got, you know, one decent one left from what we had over here. And we got quite a few more pallets that all the mineral tubs come on that I can go grab and use those. And I'm thinking on the sides, we've got a bunch of used tin that maybe I just might stack some tin up on the side to stack that wood against. And that'll keep the snow and rain from coming in and give us something to stack the wood against on these panels here. If I did my calculations right, with this square area here plus this oval top right here, I should be able to fit just under 4 cords of wood in that. So I've been working on this project off and on the last few days. I've got a whole bunch of pallets gathered up, and I went and grabbed some of this old tin. So before we put our house here in this spot, there used to be an old hay shed that sat, I don't know, about right in here. We tore that down so we could put the house here, then, you know, we just saved all the wood and the tin off of it, so just reusing some of that tin that we saved. I'm gonna stick that tin against these panels here. So I'll lay down a row of pallets and then stick some tin in there, and we start stacking some wood. A little bit tighter fit than what I was hoping for. Kind of crinkled that tin around that panel there. She's nice and snug. I had to start right here with them pallets because I couldn't fit them in between this pipe and that pipe there. I guess I should have thought more ahead. Maybe widen it out just a little bit so I could fit 2 of these pallets side by side. I was mostly just focusing on the width on the top here, just so I had the right width to get these round bale feeders to sit up there the way I wanted them. I wasn't really thinking about down here on the bottom, making the right width for the 2 pallets to go side by side. But we'll make it work. It'll do the job. So this is how things are looking so far. I've got this filled up all the way to the back. Go around the side here. Got it filled up in the top of that dome. I put up some pallets here on the back in case anything starts to lean, wants to fall out, it can brace against these pallets. Slow and steady. We're whittling away at our pile here. I think we'll be able to fit the rest of this pile in there with some room to spare, and hopefully we can get another load or 2 before the snow flies and get that covered up also. So we got all the wood stacked in there and got that tarp thrown over top. Then I added this pallet and this little extension here on the front here, so I can stack a little bit more wood in here once I get it split. Then I'll just drape a tarp off the front here to cover up whatever I stack in here next. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. Got my tarp tied on. So we went and got another load of wood yesterday. So I'll get that split and throw it here in the front, and I think we'll be about good and ready for winter. It'll give us about 4.5 cord. I think it'll be enough to get us through the winter. If I get a chance before it snows, I'll go get another load just to have on hand. We're finally starting to get a little bit of good weather, so hopefully we can get some haying done here, get some of the second crop in. It's September now, so we don't really have any time to wait. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.